Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kiki Akins, and if you are new on my channel, please click the subscribe button, like, share, and click on the notification so when I make a new video, you will be notified. So today I'm going to be talking about vendors, why you need an event vendors in your events. So today I'm going to be talking about the different type of vendors that you need for your event. So when I talk about this vendor, I'm going to start about um, the planner, event planner slash event coordinator. That's part of vendors you need. You need a DJ because you need good music. Also, you need a photographer to take the pictures of the events. You need a videographer to make a video of everything that is going on in your event. Um, you need a decorator. You want your event to be on point, so definitely they have to decorate the venue. And also the all it's events venue that you'll be using. And I'm going to talk about this in different I'm going to be talking expatiating more on each one. So the first thing that I think is important is event venue. Event venue. So when we talk about event venue, it could be like an open space, it could be a hall. We have different type of event venue, indoor and outdoor event venue. So your event venue is important. So this is going to determine if you're going to have event or not. You have to make sure that the location you want your event venue is good and suitable for people to get to the event. Also, the event venue, you have to make sure that when paying for an event venue, you need to make sure the capacity that you want. So these are the first things that you need to put in mind. My capacity, like that, you have to understand and know the number of guests that you are inviting for that event. So let's say you are inviting 1,000 guests to your event. So it's advisable for you to at least to get a capacity that is 1,003. They can take 1,300 people, because if you are inviting 1,000 people, let's just be frank, 1,000 people might not show up at your event. Like all the event people, the guests you invited. So let's say you have like 800 people that showed up. 800 people showed up. Normally you are expecting 1,000, but out of that 800 that showed up, they will bring someone and bring someone. So let's say, oh, you invited me, and I have my husband. Sometimes I might decide to ask my husband to come along to the event with me. So that's why I said you need at least 1,300. It could be one of my friend that I told to go with me to the event. So you have to make sure that the hall capacity ratio, it can contain more capacity than the number of guests that you are inviting. So the number two vendor that I'm going to be talking about is the caterer. Caterer, you have to make sure that the food you are serving in an event is on point. You just don't serve food. You and the caterer, you need to have talked about this. What type of food you want to serve, or is it fried rice, jollof rice, Chinese food, continental cuisine, and all that. You need to make sure what type of food your caterer are going to be serving, and also make sure you do food tasting before the event. So there are some caterers that they are the one that provide drinks as well. You have to make sure the type of drinks you want them to be serving, wine and all that, and do tasting before you sign these people up, you hire them, and always have an understanding what they are going to be providing. Have like a memorandum of understanding, so you both of you can be on the same page. So if this is a wedding event, obviously you're going to need a cake vendor. A cake vendor, you have to tell them the tire, the size and type of cake you want, what they're going to be providing, the flavor. Is it chocolate, vanilla? They nowadays cake vendors, they have different flavor of cakes that they make, and you have to make sure if they're going to be bringing their prop to set up the cake on the D-Day. Also, I'm going to be talking about decorator. See, this decorator, you have to make sure you hire a good decorator for your event, because this is going to, you don't want to spend a lot of money on your event and not having a good decorator to bring the good event ambience. So you need to hire a good decorator, and also the decorator is going to ask you about the color you are trying to use for your event, because they have to, like, work with your color in bringing out the decorations. And you don't want an event that your decorator will decorate the event in yellow, and the probably you have a color for your Ashwebi people and they are coming with purple or pink and yellow doesn't go together. So all these things are what will have been discussed with your decorator before the event, and what your decorators are going to be providing, because some decorator, they are the ones to do aside the hall, they do the chair and the table, and some decorator is just the hall that they want to focus on. And also you have to make sure you tell your decorator, if your decorator is the one doing the table settings, this needs to be discussed. Either the decorator or the caterer does the table setting, so you need to know this. You and discuss which tax and services each of the vendors are going to be doing, because at the end of the day, if you do not discuss this and you go ahead to make payments, after payment they might be telling you, oh, we didn't discuss this, we didn't discuss that. So always make sure you tell them the services you need from them, and have an agreement. So that's about the decorator. So the next thing is, I'm going to be talking about DJ. DJs and musicians, they are life of the party. So you have to make sure that you inform them things that you want, the type of music you want them to play, because if it is a wedding event, they are not coming to an event to play funeral music, because this music, you have like different type of music for different type of events. So you always have that at the back of your mind. So let's take for example like a wedding event. There is different music that the bride and the groom will like to dance to, so you need to discuss that. The groomsmen and the bridesmaid, they want to dance to a different type of music, so you need to discuss about that, and how the music is going to be played and things like that, what type of music you want throughout your event. All those things needs to have been discussed and agreed on before the D-Day. And the next thing I'm going to be talking about is the security. The event venue will tell you that they have security that they will be using for the event. The security, the event venue might just give you like two security. This security, to me, I feel like every event needs more than that. So it's better for you to hire your own personal security people, which is different from the one the event venue had given to you. So this security, they guide the celebrant, they make sure they go with you everywhere you are going to. And also they make sure that if you are the type that you have a strictly by invitation events, they make sure like everybody conforms to that. They will check your invitation before you go into the event all, and everything is just about safety. They're going to guide you and make sure your event and it's safe for everyone in that event. So the other thing I'm going to be talking about is the photographer and videographer. These two set of people, they are very, very important for your party. So the photographer and the videographer, both of them, you need to hire someone that is very, very good, because at the end of the day you want to create memories after the events have gone 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. You want to have the memory down the lane. So your photographer is going to take pictures. Make sure that this photographer, they are using a good camera to take pictures. When you hire the best out of them, you'll get a good camera. They will know the positions to take the shot, and when it comes to the videographer, they will know the what to do, how to capture your event, how to make sure that you have the good memory of that event that you are looking for. The videographer nowadays, they are using drones to capture the events. Make sure you have and understanding what these two set of people are going to be doing. If they're going to be taking your pictures, your pre-event pictures and things like that. If you're going to be making recordings in the, like, talking about the event, or if your family people are going to be talking, doing an intro and things like that, all these things needs to be agreed on before the day of the event. Also, I've talked about the DJ, I've talked about the caterer, I've talked about the decoration, I've talked about the event venue, the security. So the one I'm going to be talking about right now is the event planner or coordinator. You see, when you have all these vendors, there is someone that is going to be planning with them or coordinating all these vendors together. There is someone that is going to be doing that, and this is the work of an event planner or an event coordinator. You need to get a good person for this, a good person that you know that can coordinate these people together. You have to make sure that this person is on point. He or she knows a job or his job very well, and what is expected of them and is expected of you. So that is for the event planner or coordinator, because they are the life of the event. And also I'm going to be talking about makeup artists. Makeup artist is important, especially for ladies, women. If it's a guy, they don't really need much to do, but when it comes to women, we need a makeup. So for example, let me tell you, if it is, your event is a wedding event, if it is a wedding event, definitely the brides, I'm like talking about the brides, the makeup takes a longer time for the bride. So for example, I'm going to talk about during my own wedding. My makeup, we started, I woke up around 3 a.m. I took my shower and I got ready for my makeup started 4 a.m. And we didn't even we are not even done with the makeup until around 7:30. So it actually took me more than 3 hours, almost 4 hours, to get ready. So for the makeup artist, is actually advisable, if you are lodging in an hotel, for your makeup artist to be in an hotel with you um overnight. Let's say for wedding, for example, they need to sleep in that hotel uh with you, so that they can wake up in the morning and do your makeup. They can wake up very early in the morning and do your makeup. And also, this is what the makeup artist, like, they will have discussed with you while you are making negotiations with them. You have to be able to sleep early, so that because you're waking up very early, your face will not be like somehow. So they will have discussed this with you. And especially ladies, you have to make sure that if you are going to be using that makeup, you have to have done a pre shoot with the makeup artist, to make sure that the makeup artist understand your skin type. They understand what color suits you best. So all these things have to have been discussed, done prior to the D-Day. And I'm going to be talking about fashion designer. So for your fashion designer, if you're not getting a ready-made clothes for your event, you have to make sure you get a nice fabrics and give the best of the best fashion designer. And that's not all. Before the D-Day, probably like 3 or 4 days, always make sure that you visit the fashion designer place, to make sure you wear the clothes and make sure everything fits. If something needs an amendment or adjustment, they need to have done that before your D-Day. You have to make sure that those clothes are good, not just on the event you'll be running up and there trying to fix that, trying to amend that. That's a lot. It's going to take, you know, it will make you organized, disoriented in your event, on your event day. So these are the type of vendors that I want to share with you, that I think you need for your events. You need, some events needs more than this, but I just break it down like the important one that everybody needs in an event: caterer for the food, decorator for the decorations, and DJ or musician for the music, and also the videographer and the photographer to capture the event memories. And that's so it about the events vendor. So if you are new here, please don't forget to click and like my video, and I'll see you at my next video. Bye.